Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Joffy Noodle Eggs here today. Got another horror top 10 today. Before I crack on with that, I'll just let you know I'm wearing some sort of a heart monitoring equipment today. So if you hear any noise going off, any beeping or noise of machines, don't worry about it. I've just got these machines attached to me, so I'm just giving you a heads up in case you hear that in the video. Anyway, yeah, got this. I'm going to go through my top 10 favourite Arrow videos. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean they're in the order of my favourite films from Arrow. What they are is like, I think are brilliant transfers, great extra features, really good copies, good covers, good sort of like additions, remastered well, because most of them are remastered into sort of 2K, 4K when they come from when they come from Arrow. So this is what it is, and I've put them into a top 10. But before I get to those, a few honourable mentions I didn't get in there. First of all, the Horror Express. I believe this is like one of the old sort of horror, Hammer films. Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, Telly Savalas, about this rare monster that Christopher Lee digs up on an exhibition, and they're transporting it by train, and it sort of defrosts and it goes around killing people on the train. Yeah, that's a really good transfer. Really good film. I really like that. Horror Express is an honourable mention. Another one, one of my favourite films of all time, American Werewolf in London. This is a really good copy of it. It's got like a sort of 2K, 4K restoration of it on there. I believe that there is a 4K version of it out, but I'm really happy with the Blu-ray. I don't tend to rebuy films. If I've got it on DVD and I'm happy with it, I'll keep it like that. So, but I do have this twice. I've got this on another Blu-ray. I've got this one because it's one of my favourite films, and it's got lots of good extra features in it. Another honourable mention is The Hills of Eyes, a classic 80s film. It's a sort of survival horror, terrorized family with cannibals in like Death Valley in America. It's a really good film if you've never seen it. It's Michael Perryman there on the front cover. He's really cool in the film. But that's got some really good extra features in it, and I've put it in there because of the special features. Yeah, it's a really good film. Really like it. Another honourable mention. Excuse me, guys. A couple of Argento films. Phenomena. That's a great movie, starring Donald Pleasance and Jennifer Connelly. Basically, it's about a girl that can talk to insects. Who like, I think you can send them out to investigate things and stuff. It's a really good film. It is quite gory. I believe it was on the video nasty list. Yeah, good film. Got some really good features, special features in there. I believe this is the 2-disc edition. Yeah, it's got some great extra features on there. Next one is an honourable mention. I got this the other week for £6, and that's Tenebrae. I did have this on DVD, but it's good to get it on a Blu-ray. It's a great pickup. It's a great film. It's probably my second. I think Phenomena is my favourite Argento film, and I think this is my second favourite Argento film. So that this again's got some really good extra features in there. Like I said, this video, although it's a top 10, it's more about the presentation, the way the film's been mastered, and the special features. That's what I'm judging this on, not just the quality of the film, because obviously this would be in a top 10 anyway, wouldn't it? Really good film. They're my honourable mentions. So we're going to get to the top 10 now. So we're going to start with Pieces. Of course, you know guys how much I love this film. I talk about it non-stop. I absolutely love it. It's really cheesy. It's really badly acted. It's got lots of gore. It's got a minimal sort of story. It's perfect. The perfect horror film. I just absolutely love it. It's one of my. It's slowly become one of my favourite horror films of all time. It really has. And on this, what I love about one of the special features on this production from Arrow is there's a audio commentary from a cinema, so you can play it without playing, and what it is, you're listening to the audience and you can hear them laughing at the poor acting or the cheering, like it when someone's getting killed, or sort of famous moments in the film, and you can hear people sort of clapping and cheering. It's great listen. So if you do pick this up, I recommend you, after you watch it again, but with that commentary over it. Really, really good. That's number 10. Number 9. This is one of Arrow's new releases. It's only been out a few weeks, a month or so, and this is Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. This is such a good version of it. This box set is fantastic. It comes in a really hard box, good quality box. It's got a massive double-sided poster. You get in there a book here of it's like a making of book. It's like loads of interesting stories from stars and sort of like the filmmakers of the production. You also get a book of the storyboards from the film, so you've got the complete storyboards there, and then you've got obviously the film itself, which is, this has got the 4K version and it's got the Blu-ray version in there, and it also comes with a set of art cards. So you can see that the production on this film is really, really good, in the sense of, like, they've put a lot of effort into this release, I think, because it's quite a big title for Arrow to get, to be honest. So I think they've went to town on it, and I think they've done a great job. And I highly recommend picking this up if you can while it's still available, because they tend to only release these sort of limited editions when the film actually first comes out. So after like the first run, you won't get them anymore. Then they start shooting up in price. That's number 9. Number 8, I've talked about this before. I think it's been in my underrated films. This is with Anthony Perkins, and it's Psycho 2. This is a really good version. The transfer on this has put this into my top 10, because it's a really good transfer. It's a really strong transfer. It's got some good extra features in there. This is the sequel to Psycho. It does follow on from when Anthony Perkins' character Norman Bates is released from his mental institution after the first film, because they think he's now recovered. Well, you've got to find out if he's recovered by watching the film. Number 8. Number 7 is another box set. Stephen King's Children of the Corn box set. This is a really good box set. A little bit disappointed with it, because when I brought it, it was advertised as a 4K box set. So it comes with all 3, the trilogy of the first films. The first film there, Children of the Corn, fantastic. Good transfer and Blu-ray, some brilliant extra features. Look at all those extra features, guys, there's loads. But the disappointment comes with 2 and 3. Just Blu-rays. So it was advertised as a 4K box set, and the only one that's in 4K is the first one. So yeah, a little bit disappointed, to be honest, but you know, it's still nice to have, still a cool thing to have. And again, these are loaded with special features. This also comes with a really cool book about interviews with the cast and sort of like rare photos from the film. Isaac there, yep. And it comes with a really cool poster. I actually really like this poster. It's one that I would actually put up on the wall. That's the original poster, but I like this one more. I think that's really, really cool. Yeah, so that comes in that box set. So this is why this has got into the top 10, because of its, you know, beautiful sort of produced item, you know, and it's a good box set to have. Like I say, Arrow box sets don't stick around very long, and they increase in price. Right, that was number 7, wasn't it? Number 6 is a classic Fuji film. My second favourite zombie film is Zombie Flesh Eaters. This is a really good version of it. This is the 2-disc version, which is really, really great. It's got different versions of the film on it. It's got like loads of special commentaries and interviews and makings of it. It's a really good produced. This 2-disc print, I think, this 2-disc copy, sorry, is now out of print, I believe. I think you can still get the single disc, but the double disc one is out of print. So I think that can go for some money at some point. Wouldn't sell it, but just let you know, be collecting for that sort of reason. Top 5, number 5 was in my was my number 1 favourite video nasty, and that's The Burning. It's one of my favourite slasher films of all time. Yeah, it's a Friday the 13th kind of rip-off. Again, this is the 2-disc edition. It is a little bit of a Friday the 13th. I don't know if it's a rip-off because they come out at the same time. And this comes with a really good booklet as well, which is really, really cool. So that's cool to have. Yeah, really like it. So my machine's going off now, so I can only apologise, guys, if you're hearing that. Yeah, it's a really, really good film. Highly recommend if you've never seen The Burning. It's my favourite video nasty, and it's definitely in my top 3 or 4 on slasher films of all time. It's fantastic. Brilliant. Please watch The Burning. So we're going to my top 4. Number 4 is the one that I did an unboxing video for a few days ago. I had to put it high up there because I've been after it for quite a while. And this is the Herschel Gordon Lewis box set, Feast box set, which is 7 discs. It's got 14 movies on 7 discs. This contains all of his movies, really. I think these are all of them, to be honest. So it's got Blood Feast, Scum of the Earth, 2000 Maniacs, Moonshine Mountain, Colour Me Blood Red, Something Weird, The Gruesome Twosome, A Taste of Blood, She Devils on Wheels, Just for the Hell of It, How to Make a Doll, The Wizard of Gore, This Stuff Will Kill Ya, and The Gore Girls. So, and I picked this up for 25 quid. So to get all these films for 25 quid, to have pretty much the Herschel Gordon Lewis collection for 25 quid, an absolute bargain. So the top 3 now. Number 3 is one of my favourite David Cronenberg films, and that's Shivers. This is a really good transfer. Absolutely love this film. I was so chuffed to get this on when it came out. This is the 2-disc edition. Comes with a poster, I believe. No, it's a book, sorry. I like the cover of the book. That's one of the famous scenes from the film. Open it out. Yeah, really cool. And this again's got lots of information and pictures from the film. It tells you, there's an essay in this book from David Cronenberg. So like I said, this has got really high up there because it's a great film. Brilliant transfer of the film. Lots of extra features, and it's got a really good booklet in there as well. So that's got really high. Number 2 is it's a Hammer film, Hounds of the Baskervilles. I absolutely love this film. It is one of my favourite Arrow sort of productions, just because I think it's produced so well. The quality of the picture is so high, and it's got an amazing booklet. But yeah, that's fantastic, brilliant artwork. You just can't sort of beat this sort of quality, you know. In a film with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee in. Yes, it's a Sherlock Holmes film, and yes, it's a horror film, because Sherlock Holmes didn't just write detective stories. Yes, I'm not Sherlock Holmes, he didn't write them, did he? But Sherlock Holmes films are not all just about being a detective. This was a horror story from Sherlock Holmes. Number 1 is my favourite zombie film, and that is the Arrow's version of Day of the Dead. I absolutely love this. I love these window collections. I do have a couple more in my collection. Just trying to see where I've got Dawn of the Dead, and I believe I've got another one somewhere as well. But I've didn't put Dawn of the Dead in there because I've since rebrought, making myself a hypocrite. I rebrought Dawn of the Dead on 4K, just because that's come with like 4 discs. and it's got so many different versions of the films and so many special features of. I had to get that, and I wish they would do the same to this, because this is my favourite zombie film of all time. And this is a really, really good box. It comes in like a glass window case, which is really cool. It comes with like a comic book, which is really, really cool. So yeah, it's got a comic book in there. Absolutely fantastic. See, Arrow, you need to be doing more stuff like this. And of course, it's got the film, double disc, one Blu-ray, one DVD, reversible cover, and it's got a poster, double-sided poster. There's that one, but I prefer the other poster because this is the one, the proper official poster that was out in the cinemas when it came out. I remember seeing that on the boards outside the ABC cinema in Stevenage back in the 80s. And you know the story of me seeing this at the cinema, me taking a little visit to the toilet. So yeah, so that's my top 10 Arrow films. Like I said, it's not all just about the film, it's also about the production and the sort of edition that's been released, and the effort that's gone into it. So I hope you like that. There's loads of films I could have put in there, but what can you do? I mean, it'll be a top 50, wouldn't it? So I just have to do what I think are my favourite top 10. What are your favourites? Put them down below if you've got ones that I've not included. So there you go. So what we'll do, we'll leave that here today. So if you get a chance, please go and check out Horror Hands channel and check out the Horror Geek, please. They're brilliant channels if you love horror films. I'm not sure what I'm doing next one. I think it might be a comedy one, my top 10 comedy films. Not horror, but comedy films. We'll see. Anyway, till next time, guys, look after yourselves, and I really hope I see you all soon.